Before this episode starts, I need to thank YouTube for finally lifting the copyright strike. This means I can talk a lot slower and actually do more to these reviews than I was able to with the copyright strike on. On top of that, I can finally do custom thumbnails, so that is awesome. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This infringement of copyright is called fair use, and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news, reporting, teaching, and parody. This means you. So, here's the thing. No show's perfect. Every show has just that one episode that fails terribly. And for part 3 of Why Teen Titans is better than the Go series, this is more going to be me basically giving a message that I'll explain in the end. So, the series finale of the original series, I have to say, is probably the worst episode of the whole series, mainly because it feels so alienating to what the original series was about. Sure, there was a lot of serious episodes, some really good silly episodes. So by that standard, Teen Titans should have a very broad range of how they do their episodes. And while I'm not against shows trying new things, I don't feel as if Teen Titans made a good soap opera. I kinda feel like that was a bad idea at day one. It's like, here's an idea. Let's have one of our action-packed superheroes find a girl who may or may not have been an ally of theirs and have him stalk her trying to beg her to come back. That's the main premise of this episode. It sounds just like an idea you would laugh at and scrap immediately, asking yourself, what the heck were you thinking? But no, they decided to try it out and see how it went, which again, I guess is an okay mindset. I suppose it could have worked. But I just have a hard time seeing Superman try to stalk a woman he thinks is Lois Lane. That's all I'm saying. So, let's actually break down the episode scene for scene instead of me just ranting on. So we start with the Titans heading back to the city after defeating the Brain, which was a really large story arc focusing on Beast Boy's character, and introducing us to a lot of new characters I wish we could have saw more of. Anyway, they get back to the city and find a lot of things have changed. When a beast comes out and starts fighting the Titans, starting our plot B. Yeah, the first plot isn't even plot A. Now, plot B isn't really important. There isn't much really to review, it's just the Titans literally chasing the creature all over town. Apparently there was supposed to be more to this creature that could have been shown within Season 6, but since Teen Titans was cancelled due to the 6th season pitch, we'll probably never get to know this character at all. Also, the 6th season's pitch, for those who are unaware, was supposed to be about setting up some international towers, which I guess for 2006 standards was too soon to be getting ready for another World Trade Center, but I digress, back to the review. During the fight, Beast Boy gets thrown across the street to see a girl who looks like another character of the show. Tara, who is basically the main focus of Season 2. Tara is a rather complicated character to get into. It's basically, during the show, Tara was just looking to fit in, and the Titans took her under their wing. And after a really stupid misunderstanding, Tara was accepted as Slade's apprentice, which wound up making the Titans feel very betrayed until she sacrifices herself to save her friends in the episode Aftershock Part 2. I can't say I dislike Tara as a character, but I am going to say I dislike the episodes she's in. I won't say they're mean-spirited because that's a really stupid argument to make. However, I will say the episodes about Tara are very frustrating because, the character doesn't want to hurt anyone. She's very much like Thunder in that sense, but she wants acceptance from people so much that she's willing to harm the people who wanted to help her, the people who cared for her friends. So yeah, will I review the Tara episodes in the future? Maybe. But for now, I want to get back on track. After the monster escapes, all the Titans except Beast Boy go down into the sewers to work on Plot B. We then follow Plot A, where Beast Boy is looking for Tara's statue that engulfed her in Aftershock Part 2. After he finds out Tara's statue is no longer there, he uses the computer to find out where she may be at. The Titans then come back from Plot A to gang up on Beast Boy to ask him why he didn't follow into the sewers, and he tries explaining that he saw Tara. After no one believes him, he runs off to go find her. Beast Boy goes down memory lane, where all the greatest scenes of Tara were. The canyon, the amusement park, basically everything. He also heads to a restaurant where a really heartwarming scene took place between them. During this time, it just feels like a bad soap opera, where the lover was dumped by the love interest. It feels so depressed and melancholy that it's hard to feel anything about it. It's really trying to evoke emotion, but it just feels like it's trying too hard to make you cry. Beast Boy hears a school bell ring where he finds Tara again, so he runs to try to talk to her. And Tara denies ever knowing Beast Boy or having the name Tara. Now, bringing up that point that this isn't Tara doesn't do anything for me because at the end of the review you'll kind of understand why. Beast Boy begs Tara to come with him, and Tara reluctantly agrees, feeling sorry for Beast Boy. At the pizza place, Beast Boy talks about his adventures fighting the brain. When he tries having a conversation with her, she denies her old life in total, which really feels odd. I suppose I could maybe accept amnesia despite the end of this episode, but the tone they're going for again just feels too forced and too much like a drama or a soap opera, which, as stated earlier in this review, feels really alienating to the people who are used to the action, comedy, and seriousness the original series was known for. It didn't have to try to invoke emotion, it just did its thing, and that was it. Here it feels like, feel sorry for Beast Boy, and I just can't. I only feel annoyed and frustrated at Tara and embarrassed at Beast Boy. After Tara walks away from Beast Boy, he convinces her to come with him to the tower, where they do the whole drama thing again. Seriously, the box thing only adds to the soapiness and takes away from the feeling. I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, but it's really hard for me to feel anything for Beast Boy or Tara. I suppose we'll never know how this story ends because there was no Season 6 being made, but as it stands, this is just torture to watch. Beast Boy continues to try to jog Tara's memory by telling her she can control the Earth. So he throws mud in her face, in a very cringy display. Beast Boy just seems so desperate by this point, it's painful. But Tara understandably walks away. Beast Boy then heads to the Hall of Mirrors, which we hadn't seen since the Season 2 episode Betrayal, when Slade pops up basically telling Beast Boy it's his fault Tara doesn't want to remember anything. And the first one-on-one fight with Beast Boy and Slade commences, until he finds out Slade was just a robot. Of course. Now, despite it being a robot, Slade vs. Beast Boy is the best moment in this episode because it doesn't feel like a waste of time, like Plot B, or feel like the biggest disappointment of a drama since the big bow wow. Beast Boy then heads back to the school to try to apologize to Tara, but she doesn't want to hear it. So he waits until her biology class is over outside the class, by the lockers, to the girls' room, to the library. At this point, it's no longer trying to recover her memories or trying to be a good friend. It's stalking. Beast Boy has shown that he doesn't care about what the other Titans are doing. He has basically left them on a wild goose chase and hasn't gotten them anywhere while he sits there and basically pesters this girl who may or may not even be Tara. Well, eventually, she reveals that she remembers everything, but she just doesn't want to be that person anymore, which makes this episode more frustrating. Why couldn't she just say that she doesn't want to be that person anymore instead of just going through all that hassle? And she does admit it, too. Listen to this clip.
Things changed, Beast Boy. The girl you want me to be is just a memory.
So, with these past reviews, I have shown that the original series had characters who could develop within the episode, humor that actually had context to it, and while the show is really good, it is very far from perfect. This is the triangle that makes most shows good shows, especially superhero shows like Batman, the Brave and the Bold, Young Justice, X-Men, and hell, Teen Titans. You have to have an even balance of all three to make a good superhero show, especially one for kids. Also, action scenes would be nice too. If you would like to get caught up on future reviews, there's a link in the description below to a Facebook page. Basically, all that I'm gonna tell you. I mean, you can follow it, you can get all the updates to future reviews if you care. If not, I'm not gonna force you to do it. It's all up to you.